It is playoff time at Weslaco ISD as all four of our teams, two softball teams, two baseball teams, still playing in the postseason. Just the first time out for the baseball teams. It's the second round for the girls softball teams. Talking about Weslaco East and Weslaco High School. Hello, everybody. Carlos Robledo here at Weslaco East High School, where it is the Wildcats, the baseball team. The baseball Wildcats here taking on Mac High in the bi-district round of the 2022 UIL State High School Baseball Playoffs. This is a 5A bi-district championship for these two teams. The Weslaco East Wildcats coming in here as your district champions. Back-to-back district champions, I should say. Yeah, last year they had to share the district championship with Brownsville Vets. This time, outright district champions. They had to win it against Pace. They had to beat Pace last week in order to be crowned all alone district champions. So congratulations to Coach Mike Brown and the Wildcats, back-to-back district champions, also in the playoffs for the second time in school history as they take on Mac High. Like I said, there are plenty of games across the WISD spectrum taking place tonight. We have Weslaco East softball right across the field taking on Flower Bluff in a one-game winner-take-all. And right now I can tell you, because I can see the scoreboard from here at Weslaco East High School Baseball, it is 2-0 as they're taking on Flower Bluff Lady Hornets. It's the Lady Hornets right now leading that game 2-0 in the top of the second. Also taking place, we have a baseball game at Weslaco High School. Weslaco High Panthers, they're taking on La Jolla. And that game right now, 0-0 in the bottom of the first inning. That'll be a three-game series. Game one tonight at Weslaco High School. Game 2 and 3, if necessary, will be taking place Saturday in La Jolla. And we have Weslaco High School softball. We have the Lady Panthers. They're taking on San Antonio Homes. And right now, the top of the second, last I checked, it was the Huskies leading that game 2-0. And that's San Antonio Homes. That series is taking place at Laredo Student Activity Center, and that'll be a three-game series. So that'll be game tonight and then 2 games tomorrow if necessary. As far as this game is concerned, it is Weslaco East and Mac High, a 3-game series. Game 1 will take place right here, right now, live. In fact, all the games will be live. Tomorrow, game 2 will be at noon. High noon in the hot heat here in the middle of May. It's hot right now, in fact. And then game 3, if necessary, will be back at Weslaco East. So they'll wrap things up in McAllen and come back over here to Weslaco East for a 7 o'clock evening game for game 3 if necessary. In fact, this game was supposed to start at 7 o'clock, but we had a delay of about, 25, 30 minutes because Mac High, on their way over here, their bus broke down in Donna. So Weslaco High School picked them up to bring them to the stadium for this game. So here we go. Alex Solis on the mound. We'll take a look at the defensive starters for Weslaco East here in a few minutes. And right now, coming to the plate for Mac High, it'll be Marcus Elizondo for the Mac High Bulldogs. He's a second baseman. First pitch for Alex Solis is a strike, the outside corner. So defensively, it'll be Alex Solis at the pitcher. Behind the plate, Tonio Balboa, Nate Rivas at first, Edward Villa at second. Third base will be Joey Rodriguez. Shortstop, Caleb Escamilla. In the outfield, we'll have in the left field, it'll be Mike Brown. Center field, George Zavala. And Javi Garza at right field. So that is your defense for the Weslaco East Wildcats. And we're just getting started. 1-1 on the count. Elizondo. Pitch outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Elizondo. So Weslaco East, back-to-back district champs, co-champs last year. This year, they were just 1 game better than the Brownsville Vets to win that district championship. They needed to beat Brownsville Pace on the last game of the regular season, and they did that, winning 6-2. That one is hit foul. They won 6-2 on April 29th. That's the last time they've been on the field, have the Wildcats. So they got a little bit of a break. They got a few days off, didn't play last Tuesday, and so this is their first game in about a week. So the Wildcats got a little bit of a chance to rest up before this series against Mac High. So Solis on the mound, likes the fastball. You'll see a lot of that. That one outside. And so that'll take the count full now, 3-2 on the batter Elizondo. Weslaco East with some great strength this year on the mound with Solis as a pitcher. Balboa also will be on the mound. We'll probably see him tomorrow, as both these pitchers can throw it fast, change it up, and just juniors on this team, so they'll be back next year for Coach Brown. Full count, the payoff pitch, right down the middle, and down goes Elizondo, the first strikeout of the game for Alex Solis.
Up next, number 15, Noah Villarreal.
Alex Solis, I don't know how many times I would check to see, how the team was doing, and, either I'm at the game or you check on social media, and Solis would just have double-digit strikeouts almost all season long. Just does such an incredible job out there on the mound. Noah Villarreal now pitching for Mackay. I'm sorry, not pitching, I should say, but Villarreal at the plate, batting right-handed. And Solis had 98 strikeouts on the season. He had 16 strikeouts in his last game, and he only gave up 2 hits. Solis inside to Villarreal. We'll try to get you updates on some of the other scores going on across WISD. Weslaco East softball across the way. We'll check in on the Panthers and the Lady Panthers as well. Strike pitch to Villarreal, 1-1 is now the count. I said it was hot, and it was extremely warm today. Got up into the 90s, which is expected in May, but it just was unbearable hot. Felt like over 100 degrees as that temperature just climbed today. If anybody was outside at all today, you know what I'm talking about. Swing and a miss right there for Villarreal makes the count now 1-2. And still just a little bit warm. Sun is starting to go down. We have some overcast clouds. No threat of rain, but it's still warm. Warm and humid, as you would expect. Feels almost like July and August. So not a lot of wind. If there is any wind, it is blowing out of center field, so that'll help the batters a little bit tonight. A 1-2 the count now to Villarreal. And Balboa called time. Try to get the signals together with Solis. So we'll see how that factors in a little bit with the weather and any type of cramping up or anybody else getting a little bit tired from the heat. That will drain you. Back chopper to Solis and to Rivas for the out, and that's out number 2 for Solis.
Number 12, John Millen.
To the plate now will be John Millen, the catcher for Mackay. And he'll come to the plate. Hope everybody's enjoying this game on KWES, the YouTube channel. Got our other games also out there. Hopefully we got some McAllen Bulldog fans who might be able to watching this as well, this live coverage by KWES and the crew. Solis outside pitch doesn't catch that outside corner. Mackay comes in here with the 4th seed out of 31-5A. They had to beat Valley View last week to qualify for the playoffs, and they won that game 4-3 to qualify for the playoffs. Low and outside, and swinging, though, is Millen, bring the count to 1-1. So Mackay did their job to be the 4th seed out of 31-5A and get to the playoffs. A lot of tradition for Mackay at the baseball program. Strike there also for Millen. Now the count is 1 ball and 2 strike. 2 outs here for Solis. Head coach for Mackay. You've heard his name for a long time. He's been there for a while. In Valley Baseball, I'm talking about Eliseo Pompa. Longtime coach over at Mission and Mackay. So that'll be the end of the top of the first. No score. And it's the Wildcats coming up to bat next.
Eastside Southside. Eastside Southside. Let's go Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats.
1
So the pitcher will be the leadoff hitter for the Wildcats. Alex Solis will come to the plate here, try to get things going for the guys in black and white. Pitcher for Mac High is going to be Noah Villarreal. First pitch was outside and called ball for Solis. Shot to shortstop, picked up by Villalobos. And, you know, Solis has the speed, but couldn't outrun that one. That's out at number 1. Up next will be Mike Brown. Michael Brown comes into this game here with a couple of home runs on the season. And this is a team that, they could pound the ball. Michael Brown with 2 home runs for the senior outfielder and also the son of Coach Mike Brown. So Mike Brown Jr. wearing number 16 at the plate with 1 out. Chopper, third baseman, going to be foul ball for Brown. It'll be interesting to see what happens, after this game. And you take a look at the brackets here, and Weslaco East, and anywhere you go, if you're going to play against your Corpus Christi schools, your Laredo schools, anywhere you go in Region 4, you're going to find some tough competition. As Weslaco East, if they win this series, just game 1, just getting started, they either have to play Corpus Christi Vets or Mission Vets. And Corpus Christi Vets is pretty good. They're ranked up there in the top 20, but so is Weslaco East. And but Vets is certainly one of the top baseball teams out of the Coastal Bend area, along with Moody and Corpus Christi Ray and some other schools. This one's going to be a pop-up right over to the shortstop, and that'll be out for Mike Brown. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And to the plate now will be Tonio Balboa. Balboa's your power hitter for the Wildcats. Anytime he comes up to the plate, there is always an opportunity for him to go yard. He's also a pitcher on this team, like we talked about earlier. He bats .448 average with 6 home runs and 35 RBIs, does Balboa. Once again, a junior, and he'll be back for next year. So first pitch was way outside of Balboa, as they, don't want to give him anything to try to clock this one out of the park. And that'll go 1-1 now the count to Balboa, as that one is chopped foul. But Weslaco East, once again, if they win, they're going to play against, Corpus Christi Vets or Mission Vets. But Corpus Christi Vets is certainly one of the top teams. And then you got Corpus Christi Ray as well. Corpus Christi Ray is 28-3. In fact, in some of these rankings, if you look at the Diamond Pro Texas High School Baseball Association rankings, Corpus Christi Ray is ranked number 2 in the state of Texas. That pitch is high, so we're now 3 balls and 1 strike. But Weslaco East, in that same poll and rankings, they're ranked 15th. So they're in the top 15 with their impressive record. That one goes foul of 24-4, the Wildcats. So strong pitching for the Wildcats, great hitting as well. And you just take a look at the size of these guys. I mean, they are very, very, very stout, tall baseball players, and they just look like, they come to play and they can hit the ball. That's going to be a walk to Balboa as the sun now starts to creep in here over the left field wall, and that'll happen as the sun starts to set. And so Balboa is on at first. We'll have a courtesy runner for him. And coming in will be Brandon Villarreal for the Wildcats. And to the plate now for Weslaco East, that'll be Nate Rivas. First pitch right to Rivas in the wheelhouse there, but he couldn't get it all, and it's fouled back. So that'll be strike 1 on Rivas. So Weslaco East is a very, very strong team and could make a run here deep into the playoffs, but they'll have to go through some tough competition, but that's expected in Region 4. It always has been tough, whether it's Corpus Christi schools, Laredo schools, or Valley schools. You got to remember, you got the Pioneers and the Sherrylands of the world in that 5A district. That next pitch was way inside Rivas to make the count 1-1. Got 2 outs with a runner at first base for the Wildcats. Villarreal takes his time. Outside pitch, nothing there. You also got Pioneer, Porter, Roma, and Corpus Christi Moody. Corpus Christi Moody, you got to remember back in the 90s, they were going to that state championship game almost every year. They have a lot of tradition, and they're also in that bracket in that Region 4. Weslaco East would have to meet to make it deep into the playoffs. So work cut out for Coach Mike Brown and his talented roster of baseball players. Count now 2-2 and 2 outs for Rivas. 4-hole hitter with a runner at first base. Sun going down, lights are on. As this game got started a little bit late, 7:30 start, a little bit of a delay. Breaking pitch, a little high that time. So full count now here for Rivas. Good crowd also on hand. These stands are packed for this bi-district game. Good to see a good crowd out here to watch some baseball. It was a great move there by Villarreal to try to get the runner at first base. Brendan Villarreal. Villarreal trying to get Villarreal out at first. So here we go, Noah with the pitch on a full count, 2 outs. Inside pitch, and he gets Rivas striking, swinging in a strike, and that'll be out number 3. So that'll do it. We got 1 walk, no runs in this inning, or no hits in this inning, no runs as well. That's the end of the first. No scores, 0-0. The plate here will be Diego Garcia, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. Got some updates to talk about here. Weslaco East Lady Wildcats playing a 1-gamer against Flower Bluff, and right now it is the Lady Hornets winning 2-0 at the end of 2 innings. At Weslaco High and La Jolla taking on the Huskies in a 3-game series, top of the 3rd inning, and this is a baseball game. 1-1 is the score. Solis' first pitch is a strike. And then the Lady Panthers playing in Laredo against San Antonio Homes. Top of the 3rd inning, and they're tied 2-2. No score here at Weslaco East High School. Solis' first pitch was a strike to Garcia. Also right down the pike there for strike number 2. So 2-0 to count quickly to Garcia. Solis. There's plenty of room to work with here. That's going to go to the shortstop, Escamilla, and Caleb picked that up. And off the bag is Rivas. And on, due to the throw, will be Diego Garcia. Coach Brown will ask for clarification there and looking for a tag. Checking to see if maybe the umpire saw it differently. It's called safe at first. And Brown will go confer a little bit with the official at first base. But right now, Garcia is on. Just getting a scoring update. Can hear the crowd yelling over there for Flower Bluff. They just scored 4 runs in the top of the third inning now leads 6-0 over the Lady Wildcats. That's a one-game playoff, winner take all. And now Brown will. I just asked for them to talk it over a little bit and get some clarity on this play right here. And then Tasso officials say, yep, that he's safe. So the runner is on. That is Diego Garcia. And Solis will go back to work.
Up to bat, number 34, Maddox
So
Braxton.
Maddox Braxton to the plate now. For the McAllen Bulldogs, he is your 5-hole hitter for Pompa with a runner now at first base, Garcia. So Solis, a little bit of work to do here with a runner at first base and no outs. Third base, bobbled, dropped. Still try to get the out at first, and they do, trying for the double play, but good concentration there by Joey Rodriguez. That was hard shot, a hard hit by Braxton Maddox. But the out there by the third baseman to get the out. That'll be out number 1. Advancing the runner, though, is Garcia to second base. But good job there by Rodriguez. Stay with the play. Don't lose concentration. Don't panic. Just try to get the out at first base. It would have been close for now for a double play. But he got the out at first. So it'll be 1 out here. And to the plate now will be Gael Aguirre. He is your designated hitter for the Bulldogs. Ball gets away from Toño. Balboa. And the runner will advance now that's Garcia, to third base. So a little shaky right here to get this in this inning for the Wildcats. Ball gets away from Balboa. Runner advances to third base. Ball gets away from Rivas a little bit. Garcia is on before that. And McAllen threatening at third base now with 1 out. Aguirre with 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in this inning. Pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes here to Aguirre. McAllen trying to make something happen now here. You can hear the crowd a little excited about what is transpiring. That one will go foul back. Make the ball 2 balls and 1 strike. Aguirre battles here to try to bring in Garcia. Runner at third base. Takes a lead. That's a strike right there. And Balboa will go back to third base. Nearly picks off the runner. Trying to get back Garcia. Nice job by Rodriguez. And Pompa is talking to the runner saying, you got to get back quickly. Because, the catcher at home plate can certainly fire it down. And just a casual throw by Balboa. But you got to remember he's also a pitcher. And he can fire to third at any time. That was a close play. Officials call him safe. 2-2 the count here now to Aguirre. Pitch outside, trying to get that corner, but can't paint it. And now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Garcia at third base, 1 out. And Solis will go to work here. That one in the dirt. Runners now first and third as Aguirre will take the walk. To the plate now will be the center fielder, Eric Alonso. He's the 7th-hole hitter for the McAllen Bulldogs.
Up next, number 5.
Things get interesting here. Still only 1 out. And runners at the corners here for Solis. Things get interesting here for the Wildcats defensively. Top of the second inning as McAllen has something brewing here. Runner at third, runner at first. Situational baseball now here for the Wildcats and Solis. First pitch. Outside. Good eye there for Eric Alonso. Veteran coach in Eliseo Pompa at third base. Solis the junior has to check out the runner at first base. Now the pitch. Going to be a little bit low, and that's going to be now ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here to Alonso. Runner at first base, a little bit of a lead, not much. Also in the dirt. So 3 straight balls here by Solis. He'll have to work himself out of a jam here to try to get another out. Only 1 out here in the inning. 3-0 the count. There it is. Found the strike zone nicely there. The fastball right down the middle. And Alonso was not swinging at all. With a 3-0 pitch, he was just waiting to see if he can get the ball over the strike zone, and he certainly did. So 3-1 now, 1 out for Alex Solis. That one popped up. It's going to go to right field. And there's going to be a tag up at first base, but not doing because the strong arm there of Javi Garza makes the catch, throws it home, keeps the runner at first base, but just a fine job by Garza. Strong arm there. He plays a little bit of third base, and he's also the quarterback of the football team. So you know he could throw the ball, and it was a great toss back into the infield to Balboa to hold the runner at third. So that'll be 2 outs now here for the Wildcats. And Villalobos will come to the plate. Javi Villalobos for Mackay. Still got runners at the corners, but now 2 outs, and Solis can concentrate on the batter. Oh, that's inside. Don't give him the corner in that one. That'll be ball number 1 to Villalobos. Javier Villalobos, a senior. He's a shortstop and a pitcher on this team. Playing shortstop in this game. We might see him tomorrow, maybe, in game number 2. We'll see what Pompa has. And Balboa will call timeout here and talk to Solis a little bit. After 3 innings for the Lady Wildcats across the way here, they're down now 6-0 to the Lady Hornets. As the Lady Hornets scored 2 in the top of the second and 2 in the top of the fourth. I'm sorry, 4 in the top of the third. So 6-0 Lady Hornets. We'll try to get you some updates from some other games as well. And right now, we'll get back to the action here. Sun continues to go down. The lights taking over the field at Weslaco East High School. Solis checks the runner. Chopper, second baseman, the out at second. Edward Villa makes the catch nice and easy there. The defense holds up for Weslaco East. Couple of runners left on base for the Bulldogs. It's still no score. Bottom of the second coming up next.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what the Wildcats can do here. We got Joey Rodriguez to the plate for the Wildcats. With no score in this game, trying to get something going. Wildcats so far with no hits, but it's still early, only the second inning. First pitch outside, strike to Rodriguez. 5-hole hitter now here for the Wildcats, and Mike Brown, head baseball coach of the Wildcats. This one's going to go foul. So 0-2 now, the count to Joey. Got an update from Weslaco High School and La Jolla. It's now La Jolla leading Weslaco at the top of the third. 2-1 is the score there. Breaking pitch, ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. So our team's trying to keep their season going. Well, there's going to be another game regardless of what happens tonight for 3 of our teams, but it's Weslaco East that's got a winner-take-all taking place. That one up the middle, and base hit for Joey Rodriguez. And he's on. Leadoff hitter at first base. That's what you want to see. With no outs here and to the plate now will be George Zavala. George Zavala, a solid batter for Coach Mike Brown and the Wildcats, the lefty, to the plate here. He signed his letter of intent to play for UTRGV. Signed that back in November. And here we go with an opportunity to advance the runner. Ball outside. The ball 1 here to Zavala. George Zavala with 3 home runs on the season. Be playing for the Bronx. I'm sorry, not the Bronx, but the Vaqueros next year. Playing D1 baseball, wearing that orange and white in Edinburgh. 1 ball, 1 strike to Zavala. There's a shot, going to go high. Right field, looking back, and it's gone. George Zavala with his 4th home run of the season, and this one's a 2-run home run, and the Wildcats are on the board big time. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the playoffs, baby. That was a towering shot. Looked like it was going over the lights. The Bulldogs were looking at it, and that was way out. That's going to be hard to find when they go look for this one because it was way out there. Makes the score now 2-0 Wildcats after the 2-run home run. Wow. And that's the way to get the offense going for the Wildcats. We talked about how much strength they have at the plate. And these are some big boys for the Wildcats. It looks like they've been lifting some weights in the offseason, that's for sure. And Zavala gets a good one here. Zavala batting .377 on the season. What an average. 3 home runs, make that now 4 home runs. 3 coming into this game. He has 29 RBIs, make that 31 after that shot. So to the plate now, and this guy's no slouch. He's a senior, Javi Garza at the plate. The right fielder made that great throw in that top of the 2nd inning. And here he is, 3 balls and 1 strike to Garza. Plays a little bit of third, plays a little bit of right field. He could also pitch, does Garza. Just an all-around athlete. That one in the dirt, and they walk him. So Garza now, no outs here. And Garza on at first base, so something brewing here now for the Wildcats. We'll move lower in the lineup. Caleb Escamilla, the 8-hole hitter, the shortstop, will come to the plate for East. And Garza talking over there to Coach Castañeda, the first base coach. Jaime Castañeda. And here we go, Escamilla. Looking to bunt, puts it down, caught. Garza will have to get back or else they're going to double him up, and they do. The bunt popped up. Great job by the pitcher, Villarreal, to make the catch and fire to first base. Double play And great defensive play there by Mac High. Coach Brown comes out of the dugout a little upset at that. Trying to get the ball down in the dirt and in the grass as much as possible. That's the last thing you want to do is pop it up on a bunt. Because you can, run into a double play, and that's what happened on that play. So 2 outs there. Great job by Mac High executing the double play. And to the plate now will come Edward Villa. So it'll be 2 balls now here to Villa. He's the 9-hole hitter. Then we'll go to the top of the lineup. And that'll be a strike. So 2-1 the count. Villa. Villa trying to hang in there. Outside pitch. Nothing doing. 2-2 to Edward. Got to shake it off. This is playoff baseball. And that the team on the other side, they can play some pretty good defense too. And Villa takes that one way back to the wall. And Garza makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Coach Brown and the Wildcats got to be happy. A 2-run shot by Zavala. And the score is now, after 2 innings, 2-0 Wildcats. We'll be right back.
In 1921, 100 years ago, WISD started educating the area children. Bring 2 sack lunches and tools to help clear a field for athletics, the notice said. Buildings from the early years serve as a reminder of how far we have come. Through all the history and over time, educating students, expanding horizons, changing the world, helping build this community. Weslaco ISD, 100 years in the making, and still the right choice.
All right, so the Wildcats now into the 3rd inning, up 2-0. Solis still the pitcher here tonight. He's got 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Still a no-hitter. Hasn't given up any hits, I should say. As Solis will now pitch to Dylan Yanez. First pitch strike to Yanez, the 9-hole hitter here for the Bulldogs. Got an update from, let's see, this is Weslaco High School, down 3-2 right now, bottom of the 4th inning against San Antonio Holmes. That game taking place in Laredo in that 3-game series. Strike 2, Solis, as Dylan Yanez goes chasing on that one. Solis looking to find his groove after a walk in that last inning. That one's inside. 1-2 the count. So we'll try to get you a couple of other updates from across the Weslaco ISD scoreboard. 1-2 the count here to Yanez. Goes chasing after that one, and he'll go down. So another strikeout here for Solis. That'll be his 3rd strikeout of the game, according to my calculations. And now we'll go to the top of the lineup, and it'll be Marcus Elizondo. Last time out of the 1st inning, Elizondo struck out. The lefty will come in here to work against Solis. First pitch low to him. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Coyotes have now taken a big lead over the Weslaco Panthers. The top of the 3rd inning, they now lead 6-1 in that 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd, and the Coyotes are still batting at that point. 3-game series there. Will go to La Jolla for games 2 and 3 if necessary. Balboa talked to Solis. He's done that a couple of times in this game, making sure they're on the same page for the pitches. Expect to see probably Balboa on the mound for Game 2 tomorrow against McAllen. That game taking place high noon in McAllen. So that'll be a ball. It looks 2 balls now to Elizondo, as he is patient at the plate, waiting for his pitch. That one's going to go left field, right to Mike Brown, who's out there under it for out number 2. So to the plate now will be Noah Villarreal. Grounded out last time to the pitcher, Solis. Villarreal is your pitcher for the McAllen Bulldogs. So try to help his own cause here tonight. Down 0-2 in this game. Curveball breaking in there for strike number 1. So at least using his entire repertoire of pitches tonight. Seen the fastball, saw the curveball. That was just a fastball right in there. And Villarreal goes after that, but it's strike number 2. That one would have been in the dirt. But he goes after it. So 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 out here for Villarreal. So at least trying to keep things quiet after a very active second inning. Trying to go down 1-2-3 with no runners on base here in the third. So at least high pitch right there. Good job by Toño. So that'll make it now 2-2 the count. Couple of pitches there. So at least trying to see if he'll go chasing. But doing a good job of being patient is Noah Villarreal. Got John Millen on deck if he can come up next. Here's Solis. That one's going to go to the short rope in between for a base hit, as it goes right between the shortstop and the third baseman. So on now is Villarreal at first base with the hit.
Up next, number 12, John Millen.
So Millen with a runner at first base, trying to keep it quiet, but there are 2 outs. Millen last time out struck out. Runner at first base and 2 outs here. Wildcats leading 2-0. That one just slipped right by there. Got right by the third baseman and the shortstop. And I think Villarreal was just, you know what, I got to take a swing here. Got to protect the plate. Swing all the way on that count. It was 2-2. Didn't want to take any chances. And he got in the gap. He's on at first base with a base hit. First hit of the game, really, for McAllen. The rest were just walks. Ball high there to Millen. Solis checks the runner. Curveball. Stayed out there a little bit. Stayed in. So that'll be now 2 balls and no strikes to Millen. Junior pitcher for Weslaco. Trying to get the job done here in the third. Strike right down the middle. Really his best pitch right there for Alex is that fastball. Hard to hit. And this is a young man who you think you're going to see him at the next level. He's just a junior. But he has talked about, going on to maybe the University of Houston, maybe going on some other place. But he certainly has D1 potential. That one, chopper. Escamilla gets it, backhands it, throws it to the second baseman, Villa. And there's the out, number 3, in the top of the third. Nice defense here for the Wildcats. Got to like what you saw right there from Escamilla. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Wildcats on top, 2-0. So we'll go to the top of the lineup here. There'll be Alex Solis, your pitcher tonight. Well, now go to the plate. We've got a couple of updates here to give you. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first it's Solis time as he'll go to the plate here for the Wildcats. First pitch going to be inside, going to get the corner, inside corner, for strike number 1. Solis, a very good hitter for the Wildcats. Just an all-around good athlete. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. And we'll see what he can do here against Villarreal. Batting over 400 is Solis. With 27, I should say 37 hits overall for Solis. That's the second to Balboa with 39 hits. Right now, 2-2 the count to Alex Solis, the pitcher, top of the lineup. So we'll see the meat of the order here for the Wildcats. Already up 2-0. They'll try to do some more damage here and pad their lead. Full count here to Solis. Ball high, good eye there for Solis, and he's on with a walk. To the plate now will be the senior on this team, one of the seniors, Mike Brown. Brown also one of, what do we got? 4 players who are about to graduate with honors. You got George Zavala, Mike Brown, Caleb Escamilla, and Jacob Rodriguez, all about to graduate with honors here in a few weeks. So congratulations to Mike. Right now he's not thinking about grades. He's thinking about getting a base hit and advancing Solis. That one, Villarreal gets away from him, so it'll be ball number 1 to Brown. No damage done here, ball number 1. It is a little bit humid, so the ball just might get away from you with this humidity. Back to first base, Solis is okay there. An update on that softball game is now 9-0 with the Hornets, Lady Hornets, trying to wrap things up quickly in that 1-game series against the Lady Wildcat softball game. Brown sends that one. If it stays fair, it's out of here, but it's going to be foul as he turned on that one, did Mike. And he got all of that one. Oh, my. Already 1 home run in this game, and Brown is just like, don't give me another one. See that look on his face, and that'll just bring you confidence. You straighten that one out, and it's gone as well. And Brown with a runner at first base would like nothing but that HR. 1-1 now the count after the foul ball, long foul ball. Pitch outside, 2 balls now on the strike to Brown. Mike got all of that one. He's another one of those guys that has been hitting the weights. You could see just in his stature now he has grown. In the offseason, these guys have just thickened up from last year to this year. Brown, that one's going to be popped up. He wanted all that one. He saw it, and he saw it pretty. And when you're on and you see that ball, you want it all. And he saw it, and that's why he was jumping up and down, because he says, you know what, I should have whacked that one out of the park. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Brown. Solis at first base. And Brown holds up there. Bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Mike Brown can do some damage. Mike Brown with 2 home runs on the year. Also had a couple of home runs last year. So he'll go yard. Look out. Villarreal. Outside, Brown will protect the plate on that one. And that one will go foul. This is a team, Weslaco East, that can hit the ball. They can pitch as well with that great pitching. They got they bat, as a team, they bat over 300, 336 team average for the Wildcats. Breaking pitch, and Brown will go to first base on the walk. So to the plate now will come your power hitter, Tonio Balboa, with Solis at second, and he'll come in. You'll have a courtesy runner, and then Brown at first base. So let's check to see who comes in now here at for Weslaco East, and it'll be Jacob Rodriguez, a senior, honor graduate for the Wildcats. He's on second base, and there'll be a timeout called on the plate, at the plate, and Pompa will talk to Villarreal. And Brown, you know, he's smelling blood right here. He says, you know what, here's an opportunity to bust things open. With a runner at second, runner at first, already with a 2-run lead. It's all about being patient. You got your best hitter at the plate. So Castañeda and Brown will talk to Balboa about the situation that is in right now, which is an opportunity. If you're in the meat of the lineup right here, if you're Villarreal, Noah Villarreal, you know this is where it gets good. Solis, Brown, Balboa, all great hitters here for Weslaco East. So Balboa, wait for everybody to get situated, and we'll play ball here. Villarreal, let's see what he has prepared for Balboa. First pitch, up the middle, and right in the gap. So this is going to, and it gets away from the left fielder. So Rodriguez will come in to score. Balboa is going to second, and he's got a double, and that gets away from the pitcher. Brown will come in. So 2 more runs for the Wildcats, and Balboa, after the hit and error is on at third base and a triple. And just what Brown ordered. Some damage being done here in the bottom of the third inning. There's 2 more runs to come in, and some blowing things open just a little bit. 4-run lead now here. Wildcats 4-0. Courtesy runner will come in here for Balboa, and that'll be Villarreal Brandon. And to the plate. We're not done with this inning, because look, there are no outs. And to the plate now is Nate Villarreal, another powerful hitter for the Wildcats. So Balboa with the triple brings in 2 runs. Jacob Rodriguez running for Solis, and Mike Brown running all the way from first base. Rivas pitched to him as a strike, so 1-1 the count here as they try to keep things going. And your 4-hole hitter, Nate Rivas, at the plate. Rivas will strike out, and that'll do it for him. But Joey Rodriguez coming to the plate now. 4-run lead, 1 out. Runner at third base, that's Villarreal for the Wildcats. Has the speed, can get things done. And Joey Rodriguez at the plate. Curveball, it's in there. So strike number 1 to Rodriguez. Villarreal now working hard. That one's going to be fouled back. So 0-2 now to Rodriguez. Outside corner, trying to get it, not giving it to him. Rodriguez, the junior on the team, being patient there. That was a hard look for the umpire. A 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one in the dirt. Ball gets away from the runner. Coming home is Villarreal, and he's going to be safe. Nifty running there by Brandon Villarreal as the ball gets away from the catcher to now make it 5-0 Wildcats. You talk about putting some good speed there. Balboa sits down to rest after the triple. Brandon Villarreal comes in there for the Wildcats. The junior scores to make it now 5-0. That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher Noah Villarreal because he had something going here in his last 2 batters, a strikeout, and he's ahead on the count here, 1-2 to Rodriguez. A big inning here for the Wildcats, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and we're not done yet. Only 1 out. That went to the shortstop, picked up Villalobos, fires to first base and the out. Good catch there by Braxton. Maddox Braxton out for number 2. Out number 2 here. But Zavala will come to the plate. Zavala with a 2-run home run that took place in the 2nd inning. He'll come up to the plate here with nobody on. Javi Garza in the on-deck circle. And George Zavala will take a swing there. One strike here to Zavala. Strike number 2, that one fouled back. Zavala just going after it. He sees the pitches, and he wants some of that action. He's got to be feeling it after that 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Swings after that one. 3 pitches, 3 swings, and an out for Zavala. So, but the damage, yep, has been done. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Weslaco East Wildcats leading this by-district championship 5-0. We'll be right back.
At Weslaco ISD, we teach our students in pre-K and kindergarten the fundamentals of reading by making it fun so they enjoy learning. Students in 1st grade are reading chapter books. It starts with pre-K and kinder, then a whole new world opens up with music, robotics, art, folklorico, swimming. Weslaco ISD students can accomplish anything. We know because we have seen the success in our students over time.
Weslaco ISD, learning in person in a safe, clean environment or online with the latest technology provided by WISD. Weslaco ISD, 100 years in the making and still the right choice with safety in mind. Enroll now.
Up to bat, number 13, Diego Garcia.
All right, we'll start a new inning here. It'll be the top of the 4th inning. The Wildcats leading 5-0. Diego Garcia will come to the plate. He advanced last time after an errant throw to first base. Got all the way to 3rd but did not score, did Diego Garcia. So Solis working with a 5-0 lead. Can be very comfortable on top of the mound now and bring his best stuff. Strike number 1 here for Garcia. Next pitch in the dirt, nothing doing, so it'll be 1-1 the count. Still 9-0, and we take a look at the Lady Wildcats softball game. Looks like they're in the 6th inning, so that game moving along quickly. Got a late start here. The bus broke down for the McAllen Bulldogs around the Donna area, and I was walking to the park, and I see a bunch of guys in purple jerseys walking off a WISD bus. There's a shot. Escamilla picks it up, trying to get the out at first. It gets away from him, and advancing to second base will be Diego Garcia. Once again, he got on last time after a throw to first base, and now he's on again with a double. And Rivas will come over here to talk to Coach Brown. They're switching gloves. It's all about the glove. Didn't like the other glove, wasn't working for him, so Rivas gets a new one there at first base. Yeah, so the bus broke down for the McAllen Bulldogs, and it was McAllen coming off a Weslaco ISD bus. as their bus broke down, so our school district was able to help them out and get them to the baseball field. I wonder if we're going to take them back as well. That's going to be a good question. But, yeah, so the game got started. My point is the game got started at 7:30, so this game's a little bit further behind the other ones. It's now 10-0, and it looks like Flower Bluff put up another score there against the Lady Wildcats on the softball field. Solis here, 1 strike, no outs, 0-1 of the count. As this batter here now is Maddox Braxton, the first baseman. And that one looked like Toño got that one off the leg. Gonna start wearing some extra padding as Toño, because that fastball from Solis comes pretty quick. He's got some heat on that one. Antonio's a gamer. He's one of those guys that plays travel ball, plays baseball all the time. He's a one-sport guy, and he does it very, very well. And he's a gamer. He's all right. Gets a pat on the head from the umpire, and here we go. We got 2 strikes on the batter here, Braxton, the first baseman here for Mac High. Runner at second base. Solis checks him. Pitch outside, nothing doing. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. No outs here with that runner at second base. It was a base hit and a throw that pulled Rivas off the bag. Second time for Garcia. That's how he got on base. And there's a strikeout. Another K here for Solis. Now has 4 strikeouts in this game.
Next to bat, number 25,
Out number 1.
Gael Aguirre.
Bring the 8th hole hitter for the McAllen Bulldogs, Gael Aguirre. The second inning last time up, he walked to first base. Was left on, though. First pitch gets away from Toño Balboa, and advancing to third base will be Garcia. And this will be the second time of the game that Garcia has been there at third. Last time he was almost picked off, and I'm sure Pompa is reminding him to hold your water there and stay on the bag. That 1 out here, so an opportunity for Mac High to cut into the Wildcats' lead. They're up 5-0. Swinging at that one brings the count 1-1 here to Aguirre. That was just a pretty pitch by Solis. Runner at third, 1-1 the count. Outside again. That one gets away, but it's right in front of Balboa. He's able to grab that one and keep it in front of him. Keep the runner at third base. 2-1 now is the count. Solis going way outside on those past couple of pitches. One of them got away from Balboa, and the second one here, Balboa was able to get a glove on it and at least keep it in front of him. Sets up outside once again is Balboa, but they catch the corner. Now 2-2 the count. And just a good pitch there by Solis. Trying to find his groove here in the 4th inning. Solis likes what he sees. Outside, nothing doing there. He's trying to work. He's been working that corner this entire at bat. Brings the count 3-2. To Aguirre. Let's see if he brings him inside now after going outside 3 straight pitches. And he does. Gets him swinging for another strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts in this game for Solis.
Up to bat, number 5, Eric Alonso.
More importantly, this second out of the inning. And runner still stranded at third base. That'll bring up Eric Alonso, the center fielder. Last time he popped up to right field. First pitch there is a strike to him. He popped up to right field, and Javi Garza was able to catch that and throw the ball in quickly to the catcher and keep the runner at third base because it was a runner. In fact, it was Escamilla. Keep him at third base. I'm sorry, not Escamilla, but Garcia at third base, and he's still there. Different inning, though. Another strike, so strike number 2 to Alonso. Still a runner at third base. Diego Garcia. So at least don't give him that one. A little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Outside and in the dirt to Alonso. We're in the count 2-2. So at least checking to see if maybe he'll go chasing. He's got a couple of pitches to work with here in a 2-2 count. Inside. Too much inside. So 3-2. That'll be full now here, the count. To Alonso. 2 outs. Runner at third base. For Solis. The payoff pitch now. That one's going to go to Garza. Over his head, it looks like, and to the wall. A runner will come in. That's Garcia. And a stand-up double for the hitter, Eric Alonso. Run comes in to score Garcia to cut into that lead. And that one just went over the head of the right fielder there, Garza. He's playing just a little bit shallow. And a great base hit there and a good at-bat for Alonso. He's on at second base with that double. Cut the lead down now 5-1. Here 2 outs. And to the plate now will be Javi Villalobos. So at least now with a runner at second base. First pitch is going to be a strike here to Villalobos. Villalobos grounded out in the second inning. It was it was a chopper to the shortstop, and then a backhand throw to the second baseman. That one goes foul quickly. So that'll be strike number 2, way ahead of the batter now here, Villalobos. When we come back, it'll be Javi Garza, the right fielder, Caleb Escamilla, and Edward Villa. And there's another strikeout for Alex Solis, and the damage is done. It'll be 5-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th after this. We'll be right back.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning here, and the Wildcats out top 5-1. Yeah, there'll be a few mistakes here and there. I don't call baseball games. I don't do a lot of play-by-play at all. More of a behind-the-scenes guy. But, you know, when you got 4 teams in the playoffs here on a Friday night, I will break out the binoculars and my scorecard and do play-by-play any day of the week. This is Javi Garza at the plate here for the Wildcats in this 4th inning. First pitch to him was a strike. That one outside. 1-1 of the count to Javi. And Javi Garza last time out walked 1-1 the count. Garza. Garza's a strong hitter as well, very talented athlete. Pitch outside, doesn't get the corner there. The 2 balls and 1 strike. That one inside corner curveball. And Javi takes, and it'll be 2-2 the count to him. Garza, more your running threat quarterback for the Wildcats. Gets a piece of that one in the gap, and he'll be on at first base. And that one was a low pitch to him, but he stayed with it, and that's all he needed to do. Get a bat on the ball and get something going, because to the plate now will be Caleb Escamilla, the shortstop for the Wildcats. So no outs here, and base hit for Garza. Caleb playing shortstop here for the Wildcats. Solis, normally, he's the man at shortstop, but he's on the mound tonight. So Escamilla, senior, doing a good job here for the Wildcats. Bunting that one down, trying to advance Garza. They'll get the out at first base, but he does his job, Escamilla, to advance Javi. And Javi Garza has the speed, and he's there at second base. So a sack bunt. And Garza's on at second. So sack bunt there for Escamilla. That'll bring up Edward Villa. Villa popped out to left field last time out. Strike number 1 to Villa. One out here with the Gavi Garza at second base. Villarreal still pitching here. Noah Villarreal for the Bulldogs. Pitch outside. I was an out. 1-1 the count. That one, right field. Garza rounding third. He's got the speed. He'll come home. There'll be a run. Play at the plate. Nope, not there. And Garza comes in. Villa with the RBI, the 9-hole hitter, and Garza extends the lead here for the Wildcats 6-1. And now we go to the top of the lineup with Solis at the plate. So the base hit scores a run from second base. And Solis walked last time out to the plate. 6-1 now, Wildcats extending their lead here. They scored in every inning but the first. Right down the middle, and Solis takes that one. 0-1 the count here. Runner at first base is Edward Villa. Good action in this game. That one a little bit low. 1-1 the count here to Alex. Solis with 6 strikeouts so far in this game. Trying to increase the lead here for the Wildcats. Oh, looked like that was going to be outside, curved in just a little bit the last second, but not enough. That'll be ball 2. Low one in the dirt, 2-2 now the count to Solis. Now 13-0, Flower Bluff, leading the Lady Wildcats in softball. Solis, this one, right field, high, and that's going to be away from the catcher. So Villa's rounding third, or he's going to get to third, I should say. Good job there by the right fielder to get that ball back in play. But there's runners now at second and third base. Solis, the pitcher, will come out, and I believe that's going to be Jacob Rodriguez possibly coming in. It is. Rodriguez scored last time he was on base. So you got Villa at third, and you got Solis. I'm sorry, you got Jacob Rodriguez at second after the base hit there. by Alex Solis. And it's Mike Brown. Mike Brown up the middle, bringing in a run. Villa and Rodriguez will score his second time out, and Mike Brown is in with a stand-up double. 2-hit RBI for Mike Brown. Floodgates are open here for Weslaco East. After the double, 3 runs come in this inning now to make it 8-1 Wildcats. That's their inning, that the runs that they had in the third inning. Here we are in the fourth, and to the plate with a runner at second base is Toño Balboa. So let's see what Balboa can do here. Last time he had I think he had a triple last time out. A walk and a triple for Balboa. His courtesy runner also scored. First pitch to him is low and in the dirt. Well, I wouldn't say in the dirt, but a little bit low. So Mike Brown with the double. And he's on at second base. 8-0 Wildcats. Balboa thinks about it, but does not, holds back. And that'll be 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count, Balboa. That one, they'll give him the strike that time. 2-1. Toño looks at that one and he should have taken a swing at that. Villarreal's going to regroup here. Balboa steps out of the plate, jumps right back in there. Brown patiently at second base. And Balboa will call timeout. Trying to find his rhythm here is Toño, or at least at this plate appearance. Steps out, steps back in, and Villarreal will go to work one more time for the Bulldogs. Takes a swing at that one. 2-2 the count. That was a little bit low, but decided to go after it. Brings the count even. Catcher sets up outside. Villarreal pitch outside. And now the count is full. 3-2-1 out. Runner at second base, Mike Brown. Trying to bring him in. Wildcats already up 8-1. It's been total domination by them. The guys in black and white. Villarreal, the pitcher. Toño slaps that one into the gap. Brown coming home. Good arm, but off the mark, and Brown will slide in head first, Pete Rose style, and add another run for the Wildcats. That's 4 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning to make it now 9-1 Wildcats. Toño with the RBI. And a good game here for Toño. As he's able to get to first base, runner at first, courtesy runner will come in. That'll be Brendan Villarreal, who's had a lot of action here tonight as a courtesy runner. And the Wildcats aren't done yet. They're up 9-1 here, only 1 out. And to the plate, the 4-hole hitter, Nate Rivas. Struck out the last time out. In fact, he has 2 strikeouts, does Nate. He's trying to get to this hit parade and hit party going because he can do it too. He's got Rivas has 3 home runs on the season. So the power is there for the big man, the first baseman for the Wildcats. He'll step out once again. Here, the 4-hole hitter for the Wildcats. Villarreal at first base. First pitch strike to Rivas. Been a busy inning for the Wildcats. Their biggest inning so far with 4 runs. They got 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, and 4 here in the fourth. Pitch is high there. They have to count 1-1. Verdial has some good stuff there on the mound, but these Wildcats are just really good, patient hitters. Runner goes, pop up, that one, going to be shallow right. Runner coming in, and a good catch. He catches it, collides with the second baseman. And it looks like both of these young men are hurt a little bit. Hopefully they're okay. You can see that the second baseman gets up, but the outfielder still trying to get up. The trainer will go out there and tend to him. But a good catch there made by the outfielder Diego Garcia because he was running with a lot of speed. And there's a lot of wind out there, and those are kind of hard to catch. Looked like he banged his leg. The trainer will come out. We'll go ahead and take a break here as the trainer will tend to the outfielder. We'll take a break. All right, back to the game now. It looks like the outfielder's all right. Diego Garcia got a big hand here from the crowd. And I was out number 2. A good catch there by Garcia. Remember Garcia? He's been busy. He's been busy. Made that great catch right there. He's also gotten to third base twice in this game. Showed some great speed there and concentration to make that catch. Now the umpires will talk about something. Not sure what this is about. They got it out. Okay, they're going to call. That's going to be the end of the inning. I'm not sure what happened. They called the catch out, but I'm not sure why they're calling Brandon Villarreal out. But that'll be the end of the inning. So that'll do it. 4 runs here for the Wildcats. We don't get an explanation, unfortunately. We're up here. We don't get to hear what happened down there, and I'm not going to speculate. But that'll be the end of the 4. That'll be the end of 4 innings. 9-1 Wildcats. We'll be right back.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
So we start the 5th inning now here. Wildcats up 9-1. Coming to the plate here will be number 22, bottom of the lineup, Dylan Yanez. Struck out last time, the 3rd inning. See if we get you guys a couple of updated scores. First pitch going to be a ball to Yanez. Foul ball, 1-1 the count. Well, the Coyotes now have broken open this game. Top of the 5th, 9-1 over the Panthers in Game 1 of their best-of-3 series. This game at Weslaco High School, top of the 5th, La Jolla up 9-1. That's your update on the other baseball game taking place. This one picked up. Escamilla throws to Rivas for out number 1 of the inning. Good job there by Caleb Escamilla to get the out.
Next up to bat, number 9, Marcus Elizondo.
So we'll go to the top of the lineup here. This will be Marcus Elizondo. 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout in the 1st inning. And then a pop-up to left field in the 3rd. Alex Solis with 6 Ks tonight. That's unofficial on my scorecard anyway. But, yeah, the Panthers down 9-1. And we know the Wildcats, softball team, they're down 13-1 now. And this is that 6th inning over there. That game's almost done. And we'll have to check to see how the Lady Panthers softball team is doing. They were in a close one. They were down by 1 last time out, but they're now top of the 7th, 3-3. Okay. And the Panthers are the visiting team, so the Huskies will have the last at bat in this game. And right now the Panthers and the Lady Huskies, San Antonio Homes, tied 3-3, top of the 7th. Interesting game going on there. That's also a 3-game series taking place in Laredo. That game you can watch on Weslaco ISD YouTube channel. Just go to our Facebook page, and you'll be able to find all the links for these games that are taking place. Still 2 more games at least for the Wildcats, the Panthers, and the Lady Panthers. So they're playing 3-game series. The Wildcats look like Lady Wildcats look like their season is over as they're down 13-1. But they won a district championship and a bi-district championship, so congratulations to them. This one right here, it's 2-2 the count with 1 out to top of the lineup hitter Marcus Elizondo. That one going to go to left field, base hit for Elizondo as he's on with a shot to left. So 1 out, and the second hitter in the lineup, Villarreal, the pitcher, will come to the plate. He's got a hit, and he had a hit in the 3rd inning and grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st. So something brewing out here for Mac High, down 9-1 in the 5th. Pitch high here to Villarreal. Inside, the heat. That was some heat. So 2 balls and no strikes to Villarreal. Sometimes Solis just loads it up and fires home. Runner at first base, looking intently. He's got to have some speed. If you're the leader of the lineup, usually put somebody with speed there. But you can't let this batter get away from you here. Now it's 3 balls and no strikes for Villarreal. That one's going to be low. 4 pitches, 4 balls. So a walk here, and runners now at first and second for the Mac High Bulldogs. Only 1 out, and you're in the thick of it here. You're in the meat of their order for Mac High. The 3-hole hitter, John Millen, coming to the plate. Struck out in the 1st and grounded out in the 3rd.
Coming up to the plate, number 12, John Millen.
So Balboa take a break, talk to Solis. What's the situation here? Hot, warm night here. And we got 1 out. And the scoreboard is off. I think the Lady Wildcats game is over. They'll start to file out of that game. It's still plenty of ball here. We're in the 5th inning, top of the 5th. And here's Millen. Solis checks the runner at second. That one out of play, strike number 1. Wildcats have plenty of players who play travel ball. So they're playing year-round baseball. Summer times, winter ball. You'll see them out there. Balboa will fire to second base. Escamilla is there, but nothing doing. That will be a strike. There'll be 2 strikes now on the batter, Millen. Balboa fires to second to see if he can catch the Elizondo over there sleeping. We talk about Solis, Balboa, Zavala, and Brown that I know of. Those are just 4 of the kids that play year-round ball for the Wildcats. Pitch inside. Be ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's kind of the name of the game now. If you really want to get good at baseball, it's such a difficult sport. Just play it year-round. Solis, chopper, going to go to Rivas, the first baseman. Throws to first. They're going to call him safe. Rivas checked the runner at second. And then when he turned around to go to first, it was too late. Solis got there, but the throw was late. And now the bases are loaded here. Only one out. And to the plate now here will be your four-hole hitter, Diego Garcia.
Diego Garcia.
The runners all advance. And they're loaded as John Millen on with a fielder's choice. So bases loaded for Millen. I'm sorry. Diego Garcia. Millen is on at first base. So here's Garcia. And Garcia has done some damage. He's been on in every inning. He's gotten to third base, in fact, and scored a run. Diego Garcia made that great catch in the right field in that previous inning as well. First pitch to him was a strike. Solis brings it. And in the dirt, holding up there is Garcia. So make it 1-1 now the count. Bases loaded here. Comfortable lead here for the Wildcats, but you don't want to give anything up here in the fifth. Want to keep that momentum going as you continue on to this game. That one's right down the middle and a strike to Garcia. 1-2 the count now. To Diego Garcia. Solis concentrating on the batter, not even looking at the runners at this point. Gets him swinging again. The ball will get away. But they're going to call that actually a foul. No, he's a strike, and he's out. And that'll be his 7th strikeout now of the game for Solis. So the runners will hold at first, second, and third. Remain loaded. Next hitter is Maddox Braxton, the first baseman. And he'll come to the plate to try to do some damage for the Bulldogs. Pitching outside there that time. 1-0 the count. Solis falls down that time. And Balboa will tag the runner as he tries to come home. What a great job by Balboa as the ball gets away from Solis. And he's a little banged up as well. He fell down after the throw. He's holding his leg. And we'll take a break here as Solis is down. And the trainer, Javi Banuelos, will take a look at him. It's 9-1. We'll take a break. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning here now, and no word on what happened to Solis, but he did get taken off with in a gator. Did not walk off on his own, and it was his, I believe his ankle, his left ankle, that they were looking at, the left side of his leg. So we don't know what happened. Banuelos was down there, the head trainer, taking a look at him. But he went off on a gator. His mom even went to go see how she was doing. She came back, and she had her hands up in the air like she didn't know what happened. She wasn't sure. And so we'll just wait to see what transpires. But the Wildcats are here to bat now, and to the plate. Coming up to bat will be Joey Rodriguez. So, and he'll get hit by a pitch, and he will be on at first. But this is not what you want to see if your ace pitcher with 98 strikeouts coming into this game goes down in game one. And we'll see if he's okay. Don't see much from the dugout. Can't see much from here. And I don't see anybody warming up. Well, actually, they do. They do have some action now in the bullpen. It looks like warming up now is going to be Javi Garza, perhaps. He might be going out there. So Rodriguez on at first base after being hit by a pitch, and coming in to run now for the Wildcats will be Margarito Pompa, freshman for the Wildcats. Wildcats up 9-1. And to the plate now here will be George Zavala. Senior Zavala with a home run, a 2-run home run to get the party started in that second inning. Put the first runs on the board for the Wildcats. Did George with a towering 2-run home run over the right field wall. That ball a little bit high for Zavala, and won't take any of that one. So Noah Villarreal still pitching for Mac High. And that one will go foul here for Zavala. Brandon Villarreal, according to my scorecard, has 3 strikeouts in the game. So runner at first base, no outs for Zavala. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Inside pitch. 3-2 the count. I'm sorry, 3-1 the count. There's another shot. Zavala, that one's going to be shallow. Center field will make the catch, and Pompa will have to stay at first base. Gets away from the second baseman, but the catcher is right there. And Pompa remains at first base. So to the plate now will be Javi Garza. Two outs here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be 1 out for Garza with a runner at first base. Pompa. In the on-deck circle will be Caleb Escamilla. Javi swinging there. Last time out, Javi got on at second base with a hit. Walked in the second inning. Playing right field here for the Wildcats. Might be seeing him here in the rest of the game. As, Solis pitched, fell down after the pitch. The ball got away from him. Got away from the catcher, Balboa. Balboa picked it up as the ball caromed off the back of the wall, and he tagged the runner coming home to end the inning. And Solis stayed on the ground. They took to take a look at his ankle, and then they came in with a gator. He jumped on that. Didn't want to put any pressure on his left leg and came out of the game. That was the end of the inning. His mom went to go see how he was doing, but she came back, wasn't sure what was the deal was. And we'll see what happens here when the next inning and the Wildcats are back on defense. So here we go, Javi Garza with 2 balls and 1 strike. Gets away from the catcher, and Pompa is on at second base. So now in scoring position here for Garza is Pompa, the freshman courtesy runner for the Wildcats. So 3 balls and 1 strike here for Garza. Got Caleb Escamilla on the on-deck circle. Garza takes a big swing at that one. It'll be fouled back. Been an active night here for the Wildcat Bats. 9 big runs on the board. Their biggest inning came in that last inning, the 4th, with 4 runs. Got a 2-run home run from Zavala. Got a couple of doubles. Got a little bit of everything in this game, even some errors. Had a late bus. Got a humid night. It's been an active game. Fun to call. So here's Garza, full count, 1 out. Bumped by the freshman at second. That one fouled away for Garza. Count remained 3-2. Mac High's always had a good baseball team. You've seen them over the years. They had Aaron Nixon a few years ago, now playing for the University of Texas. He was their ace pitcher. This time they come in the 4th seed, and the Wildcats come in trying to build their tradition in baseball as they come in the back-to-back district champs. Curveball strike, and Javi Garza down looking. So coming in now will be Caleb Escamilla, the shortstop. Sacrifice bunt for him last time out in the 4th inning as he comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at second base, trying to extend the lead. The Wildcats have scored in every run but the first. Villarreal trying to keep them quiet here in the 5th. Pitch, strike to Escamilla. Well, yeah, the Wildcats trying to build a tradition here, just like the Bulldogs have had over the years. Bulldogs the 4th seed, Wildcats the number 1 seed after winning that title. And that one will be pop up. Villarreal will come in, the pitcher, and make the easy catch, and that'll be the end of the inning. So no runs here in this inning. That'll end the 5th. Wildcats on top, 9-1.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
All right, so here we are back at the Wildcat High School. Weslaco East High School, home of the Wildcats, as we now go into the 6th inning, and Alex Solis is fine. Alex Solis, who fell down after that last play, looked like he may have hurt his ankle or something like that. He's good. He's good, shook it off, and is on the mound here. So we'll go to the 6th inning. And to the plate will be Maddox Braxton. And gets a hold of this one right to Brown. And Mike Brown with the catch there as he's able to make the adjustment as Braxton got a hold of that one. So out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Up next will be Gael Aguirre. Struck out last time out in the 4th inning. Also, in this game, he walked in the 2nd. So 1 out here. Solis back on that mound after a kind of a scary situation because he fell off this last time he pitched and just couldn't regroup himself. So they took him off with a gator and got some help in the dugout. But he was able to shake off whatever it was. And he's on the mound pitching. So that's good news here for the Wildcats. That's your ace out there. Not only in this series, but also for next year and many years to come, whatever he decides to do with his baseball career, Alex talking about. So ball now, 2 balls and no strikes. That one right down the middle. So 2-1 the count here to Gael Aguirre. 9-1 Wildcats. They've been active with those bats. And that one to Brown again. And Brown will have to come in for that one. Does a good job under it there, and he has both outs in this game. To the plate now will be Eric Alonso.
Up next, number 5, Eric Alonso.
Last time out, Alonso was able to get all the way to second base. after a hit to center field. So Solis looking. And this, Alonso is the 7th hole hitter. And I think, yeah, the umpire is going to tell the batter, yeah, just to get the other bat in. And here we go, Solis. Wild pitch outside. Yep. That one got away from Alex. So ball 1 to Alonso. That one will be a ball low. So 2-0 the count. Got some great games still taking place. The Wildcats unfortunately lost tonight, so their season is over as they end up with a district championship and bi-district championship. So they lose here in the area round of Flower Bluff. Didn't get a chance to see the final score. But last I saw them with the Lady Panthers, their game was taking place in Laredo, and they were in the 8th inning, and it was tied 3-3, but the Lady Panthers had a runner at second base. So an interesting game there. And that one's going to hit the batter. So on at first base will be Alonso after being hit by pitch. The Panthers were losing a 9-1 last time we checked. The baseball team, Panthers. And they still have game 2 tomorrow in La Jolla. So that one got away from Alex as he hits his first batter of the night. So to the plate now will be Javi Villalobos. He is the 8th hole hitter for the Bulldogs. Has a runner at first base, 2 outs. Solis checks the runner. Looking to come home. Solis outside and low. So it looks like the Lady Panthers did score in that 8th inning. Now lead 5-3. And we're in the still in the top of that 8th inning. Lady Panthers still batting against San Antonio Homes. Top of the 8th, there's 1 out there. No outs, I should say. So here we go, 1 ball, no strikes. And that one's going to be popped up. Escamilla coming on strong. Going to have to make a catch there, unable. Still try to get the out at first, and they do because the runner, for some reason, didn't run it all out to first base. So Solis, heads-up play there, catches the ball off of the drop, and gets the out at first base. So that'll do it for this inning. Wildcats on top, 9-1. They're coming to bat next. All right, so we'll go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Wildcats on top, 9-1. New pitcher here now for McAllen, and this will be Gael Garcia, who will come to the mound for the Bulldogs. So Villarreal pitched 5 innings. Garcia will do the 6th and the 7th. Unless the Wildcats can score a couple of runs, and then we'll be over after this inning. And to the plate here, and this one popped up. Left field, actually, third baseman looks like he's going to make this catch, and he does. And that'll be out number 1. That was Edward Villa at the plate. Pops up to the third baseman. So we'll go to the top of the lineup. Alex Solis, your pitcher tonight. We'll go to the plate. Let's see, and Solis had another, what? I lost count of the strikeouts, so. Last count I had was 6 on him. Solis First swing there, and it's a strike. 0-1 to count. So he's trying now. Now it's the opportunity to try to wrap up this game in this inning. You know, do the 10-run rule here, because you're up 9-1. 2 more runs, that's a 10-run rule, and the game is over. They get to rest up, go home a little bit early, and try to, you know, wrap up game 2 tomorrow, high noon in McAllen. That game also will be on KWES. So you can find the link. And there's a shot to the center field, looking to go over the center fielder, but nope, making the catch there is Eric Alonso, and that's out number 2. As we are at the top of the lineup now, at least we were at the top of the lineup. Now the second hole hitter, the 2-hole hitter, Mike Brown to the plate. Brown scored 2 runs in this game. He had a walk last time. Had a walk in the 3rd inning. A pop-up in the 1st. Scored a run in the last inning. So 2 runs for Brown. First pitch to Brown is going to be a ball. Patient hitter is Mike Brown. Couple of home runs on the season. He's a patient, though. Outside pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Lady Panthers trying to win their Game 1 series against San Antonio Homes. They're up 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the San Antonio is the home team in this first game. Coach Brown, Mike Brown. That one broke inside. And Brown, now 3 balls and no strikes. Probably has the green light to go after this one. Almost had a home run. Showing bunt here is Brown. And that'll be down the pike for strike number 1. Almost had a home run, I was saying, in what was it, that the 3rd inning. Got around it just too much and fouled it. But he got to hold it. And it looked like it was gone. So 3 balls and 1 strike here to Brown. We're in number 16 for the Wildcats. Fastball down the middle, strike number 2. So full count here to Mike. Gets him some encouragement from the first base coach, Castañeda. Full count. Gets a piece of that one fouled back. And Garcia doing a good job on the mounds. It's been 1-2 outs in the thick of the order here. Mike Brown, the 2-hole hitter. The payoff pitch. Breaking and in the gap for Mike Brown. He's on at first base. A great piece of work there for Mike Brown at the plate to get on. Stayed patient. Got a hold of that one. That'll bring up Balboa. Balboa with an RBI scored run. A walk tonight. It's 3 for 3. Brown is on with a base hit. He's on at first. There's 2 outs here. Balboa can end this game with a home run, folks. And we could all go home at 9:35 on a Friday night. So here we go, Toño. Runner at first. Right down the middle, strike number 1 to Balboa. Game 2 will be in McAllen at noon. Game 3, if needed, back here at Weslaco East at 7 o'clock. They'll regroup if they have to for Game 3 in the evening. Balboa holds up there, and they'll call it a strike, though. So 0-2 the count to him, the junior catcher and pitcher for the Wildcats. Mike Brown at first. Been a dominating game by the Wildcats. On the mound and at the plate as well. So Balboa. Breaking pitch, strikes out. as they get him there swinging, and that'll be the end of the 6th inning. So we'll go to the 7th. Last opportunity here for the Bulldogs. They're down 9-1. We'll be right back.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
All right, so here we go, 7th inning, 3 outs away for the Wildcats, picking up a Game 1 win against the McAllen Bulldogs here in this 3-game series. We got a couple of finals to pass along. Well, we got one final to pass along. We know that the Lady Wildcats lost tonight in their 1-game series against Flower Bluff. We have the Lady Panthers. They win tonight. They came back to win against San Antonio Homes in their Game 1 3-game series. They won 5-3 in Laredo. So they'll play Game 2 tomorrow and Game 3 if necessary. And the Weslaco Panthers baseball team, they're in the 7th inning. They're down 10-1. So barring a little comeback there or a big comeback, the Panthers will be down 1-0 in their series, taking on La Jolla, and that series goes to La Jolla for Game 2 and 3 if necessary. 9-1 here, need 3 outs, now need 2 outs. After the out there, it's Rodriguez to Rivas for out number 1.
Up next, number 9, Marcus.
So we'll go to the top of the lineup here now. This will be Marcus Elizondo, as Giannis grounds out to third. So Solis is gone the entire game. Probably beyond the mound, you would think, Antonio Balboa. He's also throws some Ks in this game. He should throw for tomorrow for the Wildcats. Balboa's done a good job defensively. In Balboa's last game, he had 14 strikeouts and gave up 3 hits. He has 68 strikeouts in the game, does Antonio, the junior pitcher and catcher, as you're seeing in this game. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Marcus Elizondo. He's the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs in Pompa. Eliseo Pompa, the head coach. This one will be a chopper to Solis. He picks it up, just tags the bag himself, and that'll be out number 2. So Noah Villarreal will come to the plate. Let's see, is it going to be Noah Villarreal? Actually, it's going to be to the plate. John, no, let's see. They're going to take out Solis, looks like it. Looks like a new pitcher is coming in. It'll be Javi Garza. And a big hand is given to Alex Solis. And Solis will actually stay in the game and play shortstop. So coming out, it looks like will be Caleb Escamilla, did a great job, and Javi Garza will come in to try to get the final out of the game. It'll be Noah Villarreal who will come in to hit next. And Garza will get a few warm-up pitches here. So Game 2, once again, tomorrow. If you're going to go to that game, Mac High, bring sunblock, bring some umbrellas, bring plenty of water. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot all weekend, folks. And but the Wildcats will be out there, so will the Bulldogs. If you want to, well, you could stay home and watch it on our K-West channel. And we'll have live coverage from McAllen in that Game 2 matchup. But that's what they do. You got to play these games during the day. You're not going to play at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 7 o'clock Game 2, because then you're playing Game 3 if necessary, at 10 o'clock at night. Back-to-back like that, and you can't do that. So they got to play early. So you play at noon. That game lasts, 3 hours sometimes. So it could be done by 3. And then if necessary, they come back to Weslaco East and play at 7, 4 hours later. So it gives them time to regroup a little bit, cool off, come back over here, get on the bus and all that stuff, maybe get something to eat. But that's the nature of baseball. Sometimes it takes all day. So the game's at noon tomorrow. Game 2. So to the plate will be Villarreal, and this will be Javi Garza. Try to wrap it up. We got most of the other games already done. We'll check in to see how the boys are doing from Weslaco High. That was the only game still pending. Weslaco High softball won. Weslaco High Lady Wildcats softball, their season is over after tonight. And we'll check in on the baseball team from Weslaco High here in a little bit. But they were down big, 10-1. So, barring a miracle, that they're going to lose that game. First pitch for Javi's is a ball. Second one's a strike, so 1-1 the count here. And to the plate, like I said, is Noah Villarreal. 2 outs here, down 9-1. Garza coming in to try to wrap up this game and close it is the proper word. Garza, 2-1 pitch. Pretty pitch, curveball. That one just sinks down into the strike zone, 2-2. That one center field, Zavala going back. And that's going to get by him. So Villarreal will be on at second base with a stand-up double to keep this game going. But now he's going to run to third. Garza's going to tag him at third, and that'll do it. Third baseman Rodriguez tags him at third, and that'll do the game. So your Wildcats win this one by a final score of 9-1 to take game 1 of this 3-game series. Alex Solis, the winning pitcher. George Zavala with a 2-run home run are some of the highlights in this game. All right, I'd like to thank our broadcast crew here tonight. We got Jay Garza and then Vinny Berry on the camera tonight. For the K West crew and everybody, I'm Carlos Robledo. Good night, everybody.